Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. It's Guiding Halo here, and this is your daily hope for, oh my goodness, June 2nd. How time flies. If I sound tired today, it's because I so am. I was very busy helping my daughter move, and I'm tired. Alright, anyway. So it's been an interesting week, lots of changes, lots of stops, stop, go, stop, go, stop, goes, and movement, but then re-movement, kind of like changing the movement that was planned. That's interesting. Yeah. Alright, let's start with my animal Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. I always start with these for a daily hope. What are y'all hopeful for today? Some might be hopeful for a new place to live. Some might be hopeful for a new job. Some might be hopeful their business goes well. Some might be hopeful their kids don't drive them crazy today. Some might be hopeful their parents don't drive them crazy today. Or their spouses or significant others. Some might be hopeful that they see the rain. Some might be hopeful they don't see the rain. Everybody's version of one thing, what you don't want, somebody else would love to have. What you don't desire, somebody else does desire. You know? Yeah. It's all 1000% perspective. And we are all having a reshaping of our perspective and our perceptions right now. We've had a lot of solar flares and galactic portal days, which I believe is today, one of them, June 1st, when I'm doing this reading. So a lot of energy coming in, which can make people feel tired, can give people headaches, can really actually feel like time has slowed entirely, and like the day takes forever to go by. Some might experience it as very fast movement. But we're also coming into a lunar eclipse on Friday, which is all about changing. It's all about letting the old be the old and letting the new be the new, deciding what is in your new and what you're bringing with you, and deciding what you're leaving behind. It's all actually about a lot of different things for a lot of different people. So, yeah. Some people might experience full moon lunar eclipses as more of an activation time, so a lot of new comes into your life. And some people might consider or feel and experience a new moon eclipse like some things leaving your life, so that the new can come in due course. Alright, let's pick a card. Pick a card, any card. What's the divine got to say today? Partnership. Puffin. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Look at that. Beautiful. We're just going to pull one card today for this one. So where is someone not asking for help when they need help? Perhaps there's been a lot of help asked of you lately, and perhaps it's been asked of you, but perhaps you yourself need help, need encouraging, need the emotional support, the growth, the everything. You can't be everything to everybody, and it's really hard to try and be. I think of young moms who, you know, are everything and all they can be pretty much for their children, and that's an ongoing daily process. It never ends until they grow up, and then even when they grow up it still doesn't end, and you wouldn't want it to, because, well, if you're anything like me, you know, you adore the fact that you were even able to have children. You adore the fact that your children want you around, want you to be part of their life. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Partnership. Someone could be really finding their tribe soon. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help when needed. Teamwork will give you the best results. Sanctuary. So sanctuary in your tribe. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. So where is your inner sanctuary? Perhaps your family is your inner sanctuary. Perhaps your inner sanctuary is just in you and being alone. But this person here, this fairy, isn't alone. She's with an animal. You know, I've had animals all over me lately, like literally and figuratively, like all over me. Yeah. So there's some sort of energy that's coming in, I believe, that could be getting stuck within us because we don't know how to transmute it or let it pass through us. And I think there's a, well, for me anyways, I don't know about all of you, but for me, and I think the animals attracting to me is so that they can help filter that stuck energy. It's what they do. They sense it. They don't even probably understand or know what they're doing. Maybe they do, I don't know, but they have this way about them. Yeah. We got some bad news this week that my daughter's pup, I was telling you guys about a while back. He's 8 years old now, I guess. And he has cancer of his jaw. It's a fast-growing cancer, so they don't expect him to live this summer, so we're going to have to put him down soon. So that's pretty sad. And today, when I was there, he was just all over me, like right up in front of my face, like staring me down in the face, almost like he's saying, you know, I actually had the thought, are you not going to last long? Because it was just interesting how he was really getting my attention, you know. So we have union. Again, this card comes out. You have seen and unseen allies draw upon their strengths, join forces with friends and flourish. So there's something about partnership, joining with friends, it's the coming together of. Now this could be friends, this could be, you know, the divine, people that have passed over, you know, animals that have passed over, you know, all of these sorts of things. Coming together with those that can help you flourish. And I don't believe in this time of Gemini it's time for us to go it alone. I think that's part of the whole Gemini thing, is to get out in your community and to create, to bring a sense of balance in who you are, bring yourself out of your four walls into the community and show people the greatness that is you and the kindness that you are, the love that you are. Getting involved in your community, perhaps. I think some people are heading into a very busy time, and I think that's why it's important to have this solitude right now to flourish. Yeah, it's all about the journey. And then we have wind, card number 63, which reduces to a 9. Card number 29, which is an 11 master number. It's all about new beginnings for this. It's like a new journey you're on, being guided by spirit. There's great knowledge within you. Great knowledge within you. It's almost like you're becoming the owl or the eagle. Yeah. Definitely guided by spirit animals, by animals. There's a lot of animals in these cards. Here there's some sort of bird. Here there's an owl. It looks like wings of a raven, perhaps, or a hawk or something. All right, let's read these. Is it this one? Nope, it's this one. I always get those two confused. Let's read card number 63 first, the wind. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed to each. South, carrying a new sense of trust. helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. North, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. East, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message, which the wind whispers or shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. So remember that card that says the prayers. When you're praying, pray and ask the divine for, what is in the highest good for all, not just about what it is you desire. Perhaps it is that your desire is in what's of the highest good for all. Sometimes what we think is in the highest good isn't. The Journey, card number 29. Let's read it. The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday. It is a call to be hermit-like and to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, nor marked paths or road signs. The time to embark on the great journey is here. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true, even when you are not sure of where you are going. It is the departure that is most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost, and another ship may not arrive for a very long time. The journey is calling you, but the timing is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Remember that the point of the journey is not the destination. It's who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So the outer journey should be a reflection of the inner self. Actually, it always is. And the inner self is a reflection in our outer journey. Same thing, different pile. Right? Right. All right. Universe has my back deck. Let's read. See what the divine messages are for us. Card number 63, which reduces to a 9, letting go of things and letting the wind come and take us into a new journey. Through partnerships, possibly. Through solitude, the need to find solitude. Wherever that is. You can find solitude with others. It doesn't even mean solitude by yourself. Maybe solitude is a change in pace. Maybe solitude to you is nature. Maybe solitude is cuddling up with your favorite animal. Maybe solitude is doing readings online like this so that you yourself take the messages home with you. Messages that you didn't even know you needed, but will come to you through it. Maybe your solitude is in just shuffling cards. Maybe it's relaxing. Maybe there's a solitude in going for a drive and grabbing yourself a drink on the way. Maybe there's solitude in so many things. You know, it could be solitude in cuddling up with your grandchildren, watching a show on TV. So many different ways to find solitude. Look at that. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Well, isn't it nice when the cards prove the theory? The presence of love will always cast out fear. So whatever you've had fear about, try and replace that fear with love and understanding. It's like trusting, not even trusting, it's an inner knowing that whichever direction the divine is heading you in and towards is for divine purpose, but knowing that, trusting, I guess the trust comes in that you trust that the divine will wake you when it's time for that journey to happen and that you won't miss the boat. that you won't miss your destiny, that nothing like that will happen because the divine is here, and when you're listening, they can move you forward. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So there's a lot of people, I think, that love kind of eludes, and I'm one of them. I have to admit, I don't have an easy time in the love department. I haven't for many years, and hopefully there's a change in that area coming. That would be really swell. You know, it's yeah, I've been on the soul's journey for quite some time where love relationships are concerned, and even partnerships. And I have to tell you, they've not all been very easy, that's for sure. But all the ones that grow the soul are not usually easy, are they? I mean, we can learn amidst the easy times, I suppose, but we learn the greatest lessons amidst the hardships. It would be really nice sometimes to have the hardships turn around in your favor and put you on a course that is absolutely beautifully unexpected. Perhaps that's what's going to happen here. A course is going to be coming about due to somebody that you know or something that's happened in the past. It's part of your destiny, and you know it is, whether it's in a community situation, could be dealing with the legal field, or I mean, heck, it could be any type of partnership or union. Instead of praying, look at that, see? Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. What are the chances, guys? Look at that. Well, with the divine, the chances are great, but look at all of those cards. Out of all of these cards, the ones I talked about are coming out. See, that's how important the message is. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So where in life have you chosen fear and chosen to walk away out of fear? Because there's going to be something to come around that you get to choose differently this time. You get to choose love. It might not be with the same thing that happened before, or the same person, but a similar circumstance will come around, and this time you'll get to choose love. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Does that mean choosing love in spite of fear? Yeah, it sure does. I can't think of one thing that will help you get closer to consciousness than surrendering. The universe has my back. Right? That's what this whole deck is all about. The universe has your back, and understanding that you're not in it. You don't walk this walk alone. Nobody does. Even if you feel alone, you're not. If you only knew who it was that walked beside you every day, you would never, ever, ever have one single doubt again. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. So there's been an obstacle as of late someone's not been able to wrap their heart and mind around. An obstacle that you might feel is keeping you stuck. But in actuality, the divine is doing it for protection for you. Happiness is my birthright. Do you believe that? Do you believe happiness is your birthright? I know I have a hard time believing it sometimes. Yep, sure do. Most times, in fact. I just kind of putter along and do my thing and move about as I move about, you know, and just kind of do what strikes me to be done, and, you know, have that absolute trust and faith that all things are going to work out as they're supposed to. But happiness is your birthright. And when you walk around perhaps in that energy of expecting that things are just going to happen or work out as they're supposed to, perhaps we don't walk around much in a state of happiness and gratitude. It's kind of a more of a, at times can be, whoa, a woe is me energy, you know, so we need to have more good feeling thoughts. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So maybe that's why the receiving is not there, because the good feeling thoughts are not there. It's kind of like a one foot in front of the other. I'm just doing my thing. It reminds me of Eeyore, you know, in some sort of respects. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. This I believe, regardless of your emotions and how you're feeling at any given time. I want you guys to know that the work you are doing is not in vain. And there are so many times during the day when you lose resistance, when you practice the art of allowing and just allow to be what is, even if you don't necessarily feel great about it. and you lose the resistance. Maybe it's while you're watching a show, maybe it's while you're doing the dishes, maybe it's while whatever. It could be just be for a moment, but in that moment, you absolutely raise your vibration by losing resistance, okay? And practicing the art of allowing. So let's not call it losing resistance anymore. Let's call it the art of allowing. So what are we allowing into our life? Well, there's only one thing I can think of is the best thing to allow into your life, and that is what isn't the highest good for all. Now, do we know what is the highest good for all? No. Most of the time we don't. We know love is the highest good for all. We know compassion is in the highest good for all. But whatever form those things take, you know, we can't say that someone's having a bad day and that, you know, they're not experiencing love. Perhaps that bad day is an obstacle that is a detour in the right direction. It's absolute pure love from the divine that this obstacle is here, although we might see it as absolute HE double hockey sticks. So, you know, it's all perception, and we are having a reworking through this full moon and this eclipse of what our perception is about, how we view things, how we come into understanding of actually repurposing our energy, repurposing our life, repurposing our everything. And it's all comes around to help us to choose love, to help us to understand that happiness is our birthright and that the universe has our back. I love you guys. I hope this message resonates. I'll talk to you again soon. Blessings.